Penguin jumped off an iceberg. It was caught by a polar bear with a fishing net because it wants to fish with penguins. Solve the hunger problem of seals. Just now, an iceberg melted into the ocean. It gradually surfaced. It looks around curiously. A large number of icebergs began to melt. Only one polar bear survived, one walrus, and 3 penguins. To solve the problem of food and clothing, the polar bear picked up the fishing rod and prepared to fish. It threw the bait with great force, quietly waiting for the prey to bite. And the 3 penguins don't like working. They just want to be lazy. Tom is a diving champion. Learn to jump into the sea gracefully. Then Jack and Peter. The seal on the side looks like this. Dragged into the sea without feet. Soon Peter caught a fish. It mocks the boss for overstepping his strength. Jack is very strong. Jack caught a very small fish. This makes Jack very angry. It grabbed Pete and hit him a few times. Just then, Tom came over with 2 big fish in his arms and ridiculed them crazily, even very proud. Give them both a fish to eat. This surprised the 2 penguins, but just as they were about to get the fish, Tom threw the fish in the air. He ate 2 fish at once, but 2 is not enough. It caught sight of the seal that had just landed. At this time, the seal was holding a fish. Get ready for a good meal. Who knew Tom was moving fast? Snatched the seal's little fish. Then, he jumped into the sea. The seal watched the fish fall into the goose's mouth. He was very depressed. On the other side, the polar bear is still fishing. 3 penguins discuss, ready to trick the polar bear. Their laughter, causing polar bears to fish unintentionally, even deliberately provoking it. Let it fall to the ground heavily. It hasn't eaten for 2 days. Just then, the seal came over. It sympathizes with the polar bear. But at this time, Tom came ashore with a big fish in his arms. A whistle attracts their attention. Let them see who is a good fisherman here. After eating, he jumped into the sea, and its move instantly let the seal think of a good way to fish. At this time, the 3 penguins began to compete again. Tom wants to eat their big fish alone, so Tom let them look into the distance. Tom stole 2 big fish. The 2 penguins were furious. Tom saw it. It ran away quickly. It was hard to find a gap, and was chased away by seals. It had no choice but to run to the edge of the cliff when it jumped off the cliff, but was perfectly caught by a polar bear with a fishing net. This is the seal's plan. They want to use Tom to fish and invite penguins to join their team. Soon, the polar bear caught a lot of fish. With the help of penguins, they are not worried about hunger, and Tom paid a heavy price for his behavior. Eventually, it became a fishing tool for polar bears.